What's up, guys? How you doing? Um, Recently I just posted a video of me recreating the original Summer Slaughter 2012 video that I made. For those of you asking why did I do it twice? Well, I didn't do it. I didn't duplicate. Well, I pretty much duplicated it, but you can. I pretty much just remade it. That's all that I did. I just remade it because there were certain points that I missed about the Summer Slaughter tour that I just decided to do over again. I still got cut off again. That's part of the reason why I'm gonna begin finishing what I meant to say at the end of the last video on this video. Um, I got cut off somewhere about Cerebral Bore winning the opening for the Summer Slaughter tour. I was really excited because I personally am a really good supporter of Cerebral Bore because I just love their stuff. They have all the elements that I love in metal. You know, they're brutal, they're mosh oriented. Their lyrics are disgusting, just the way I like it. Um, and and I would love to see them live, and that's most of the reason why I'm stoked to see them at this year's Summer Slaughter tour. And I think they made a tremendous decision because, like I just described, why I like Cerebral Bore, and that's why they should be opening on this tour. Uh, a lot of people are upset that Pathology didn't win, and I know this because I've seen videos on YouTube saying, "Oh, why didn't Pathology win or whatnot?" Pathology, and this is my opinion. This is my thought, my opinion. Don't get mad like a pansy. My opinion, Pathology is good, but Cerebral Bore is better. That's just my opinion. And it's not because it has a female vocalist. That's not the reason. It's not because I'm not a sexist or anything like that. It's just that I personally like Cerebral Bore better. I personally think Cerebral Bore deserves to be on this tour. As far as the Cerebral Bore, Abiotic is also going to be on the Summer Slaughter tour. Um, they're from Florida, and they're gonna be in Florida. So they're gonna be representing their home state, and I'll be psyched to see them live too. I'm gonna say that about every band um, that I bring my thoughts out in video form too, because if I didn't want to see them live, I wouldn't be talking about them right now. But also, Abiotic is on Metal Blade Records, and Metal Blade Records never fails to bring a smile to my face somehow. Because if you guys are familiar with Metal Blade Records, founded by Brian Slagle, he signs all these great great metal bands to that label, and there's not one band that I dislike. Maybe there's bands on there that I don't listen to, but that doesn't mean I don't like them. Um, Metal Blade is one of my top favorite records, and I'm just excited that one that this year there's a bunch of Metal Blade bands that are gonna be on this tour, along with Cannibal Corpse, A Job for a Cowboy, and Goat Whore, who are also signed to Metal Blade Records. And then there's also two other bands that I'm kind of blank on right now. One of them is called Empty, but I don't know who they are neither, and I don't know who the other ones are too. If you guys know who the other two bands that are going to be on the Summer Slaughter tour supporting, please put it under the description because I would like to know. I should make these videos more prepared, but you know, to hell with it. And if you guys don't notice, I always have the same goblet full of some sort of liquid for every video that I make. And my dog is always sleeping next to me. Ain't he cute? No, he's not. My dog's an ugly son of a bitch. Um, so that's me concluding what I meant to conclude with on the last video about the Summer Slaughter tour. Now I get to the reason for this video, and I have a lot of time to spare with this. And I'm not going to take long with this one because this is just my thoughts and opinions on this year's Warped Tour. Um, I'm pretty much just making videos of the three concerts that I will be, the three shows that I will be going to this summer. The first one I made was Mayhem Festival, and now I just did the Summer Slaughter tour, and now I'm doing Warped Tour. Um, I'm not going on a singular level here. I'm not going like the greatest festival that I'm going to through the least festival. I'm just naming it at random. So, Warped Tour. I'm not going to take long on this because, Warped Tour isn't really my cup of it isn't really my cup of tea. But it's something, just think of it as something to do on the 28th of July. Cuz I like music. I like metal, and there's a few metal bands that are going to be on Warped Tour this year. Here's the thing, if you're like a die-hard metalhead, like most people are, like myself, then you know you would normally go to like places like Mayhem Fest, or if you prefer death metal overall, then you would go to like the Summer Slaughter tour or Walk In, or if you live in Europe, you go to Walk In or Download or wherever the fuck they're at. But Warp Tour, Kevin Lynam, the founder of Warp Tour, started off with signing, well, not signing, but lining up punk bands to Warped Tour. Warped Tour started off with punk, and then eventually it became known for hardcore, metal, more punk, pop. Now dubstep's coming, and reggae, and some electronic people, and it's just a pot filled with different musical ingredients, which is okay if you like music. I like music, even though I prefer metal overall, I still like to listen to other music, just so I could, state an opinion about it. I'm open to opinions. I give out opinions, whether anybody gives a fuck or not. I give out my opinions about music. I'm a musical critic. Uh, but for Warped Tour, um, that's probably why um, I go to Warped Tour, for that reason that I just said. But just because I listen to other music doesn't mean I like that other music. I just like I just said, I get it just to get a listen at it, see how I think about it. Most of the time, I don't really like it. But just because I don't like it doesn't mean that I won't listen to it. I'm just up for something new all the time. This year, there's only like, because at least on the Summer Slaughter Tour or Mayhem Festival, there's at least more than like six bands that I want to see. I mean, Mayhem Fest, there's like Slipknot, there's Slayer, there's Whitechapel, Until I Dying, there's Anthrax, um, there's High on Fire, there's all those bands at Mayhem, and then Summer Slaughter, you got Cannibal Corpse, you got Cerebral Bore, you got Abiotic, Go Horror, Job for a Cowboy, you got those dudes. And on Warped Tour, there are metal bands going there, but I'm not really the one to like distinct any type of metal, but they're metal artists that I don't listen to very often. I don't. Like this year, who's gonna be there that I'm will be interested in seeing? There's gonna be Chelsea Grin. There's gonna be For Today, After the Burial, The Ghost Inside, um, Born of Osiris, Miss May I. Uh, I don't like Of Mice and Men. I've never liked Of Mice and Men. Um, those bands I just named, Miss May I don't listen to Miss May I. Um, but if there's anything that I've known from the many shows that I've been to, is that bands that I don't normally listen to or listen to on my iPod sound like 10 times better live. So that's why I'm always up to see some sort of artist live, whether I listen to them or not. It's better when I listen to them on a daily basis, because it's that feeling when you get like your favorite, or the artist that you listen to every day, or listen to on YouTube or iTunes or whatever, seeing that band live. The band that you mosh to in your room, you get to mosh with them in real life. And sorry, a little pop-up screen. But Warp Tour, um, I guess for some it might feel the same, but for my personal being, it's not. My brother likes all those bands, however. I've seen For Today before. They played with Whitechapel before, before, and they were pretty fucking sick. So I'm excited to see them. As far as like Chelsea Grin and the rest of the dudes that I just named, Chelsea Grin, I don't like their new song. Because I've always liked Chelsea Grin's like unique My Damnation record. Um, for and now their new song has singing in it. It's called Lilith. If you don't know the song, you can go listen to it. It's called Lilith. Um, I don't mind singing for bands like As Lay Dying or like All That Remains or I mentioned this last video, The Exception of the Faceless. Because I don't know. I just don't think I personally don't think that singing it doesn't sound all that good with Chelsea Grin, in my opinion. Maybe it's because I don't normally listen to anything that has singing in it. But I guess for people who like it, I guess it's all right. I guess I'll go see them live, and I'll find out for myself whether they're good live or not. Because if they're a good live band, then maybe I'll go see them again. But as far as the crowd goes for like the people that make Warp Tour, um, I don't really discriminate or anything because I'm not like that, but um, it's just a totally different crowd away from Mayhem and Summer Slaughter and all these other places. Not again, I'm not discriminating, but I guess everybody's open to different, types of genres of people and of music, and I think that's what Warp Tour is all about. I know that's what Warp Tour is all about. So, I'm not really gonna distinct anybody on their own little scene. That's what everybody calls these kids nowadays. They call them scene kids. Which by the way I think is stupid because how are you gonna name one specific person a scene kid when look actually into yourself. Look around you. Everybody has a scene. Everybody has a scene. Everybody has, everybody's in the music scene, everybody's in the art scene, everybody's in the technologic scene, everybody's in the the everybody has a scene. That's the point. A scene is pretty much what you're into, what you support. That's your scene. So to call one specific person, normally what a scene kid is depicted as is, I'm gonna try my best here, having like different colored hair or having like some sort of like emo look and that wears a lot of colors and whatever and listens to like shitty bands like Broken Side and Blood on the Dance Floor or whatever and Asking Alexandria. I don't know. That's just what like most people's depiction of a scene kid looks like. When if you look at yourself, everybody is in a scene. So technically, everybody is a scene kid because everybody has their own scene. I'm in the metal scene, so that makes me like I'm pretty much a scene kid for metal. Why? Because I'm in the metal scene. Most people will call that metal. I'm a metalhead. Most people would refer to that as. If you call someone a scene kid, they're gonna, think that, oh no, I'm not a scene kid because I don't listen to like Broken Side or Attack or Broken Side, and I don't have like colorful hair and wear like emo patches and a whole bunch of colors or whatever and try to act all hard and all emotional. They think that that's what a scene kid is. That's the scene kid. That may be the scene kid that everybody talks about. Um, that gets that depiction. I know what they're talking about. But when you actually look at it, that name is derogatory because, like I just mentioned, everybody's a scene kid. Everybody has their own scene, whether it's art, music, technologics, architecture, uh, parties, or whatever. That's their scene. But anyways, I just went off a totally outside subject. I was talking about Warp Tour. But anyways, this video is done. Warp Tour finished up Summer Slaughter. I'll see you guys on the next rant that I make.